Hello assholes. So, I've been asked to explain the difference between high art and low art. It is a difference in height which seems to be more metaphorical than actually measurable. But even though it isn't a mathematically measurable difference, the difference between high art and low art still seems to be a lot about counting, and about what counts the most, the down-to-earth point of view of most assholes, or the higher point of view of a few elevated assholes. Most assholes will probably be of the opinion that it is the point of view of the many assholes that should count the most. They may also argue that such are the ways of a democracy. Democratic or not, however, within the arts there is a long tradition of letting the opinion of a few elevated assholes count the most, perhaps in the hope that these assholes may be able to achieve some special insight beyond what most assholes already know and appreciate. If you invite a lot of assholes to your art show, therefore, and only a few of them like it, it may not necessarily mean that you have made bad art. In fact, it may even be a bit dubious if too many assholes seem to like it. If too many assholes find your art immediately appealing, it may indicate that it has been produced with too much regard for the point of view of most assholes, and thus without an eye for this special or higher point of view. But sometimes most assholes seem to feel that the special insights of the few elevated assholes is just so high in the sky that it is forever beyond them. In 1837, the literary critic Charles-Augustin Sainte-Beuve gave that sky high a name when he suggested that the poet Alfred de Vigny had withdrawn into his ivory tower. Since then, this ivory tower has come to represent all art or thinking that seems too elevated and too far out of reach of most assholes. Even though a view from above may be spectacular and enlightening, it seems Sainte-Beuve just won't count it in if you are not able to pass this enlightenment down to a level that most other assholes will be able to grasp. That the special and enlightening perspective of the few elevated assholes thus so often seems to be counted out because it is out of reach for most assholes is, I guess, the great tragedy for the high idea of high art. But now I will ask you to pardon my French as I try to overcome that tragedy and encompass both high ass and low ass. I will do that by reading a passage from the diary of the high-minded Alfred de Vigny, a passage that I find particularly down to earth. In this passage, de Vigny takes a desperate measure of the ground below and tries to look beyond ordinary mathematics of high ass and low ass in order to calculate something that may instead count for all assholes. So, on the 20th of August 1830, Vigny wrote in his diary that le jour où il n'y aura plus, parmi les hommes, ni enthousiasme, ni amour, ni adoration, ni dévouement, creusons la terre jusqu'à son centre. Mettons-y 500 milliards de barils de poudre et qu'elle éclate en pièces comme une bombe au milieu du firmament.